I have these reaffirming like images in my head and messages I hear from God like often, and it's just like, nah, it's actually cool. You actually in the right place. Like you're where you're supposed to be. And it's like it's when these milestones happen, and it's when I pray. It's when I pray and like it happens. It happens. Lately, like towards the end of this last year, 2023, I mean, I prayed specifically for things. And like my prayers were answered specifically. So I'm just like, man, dang,
Wow.
if I ever doubted God before, like I can't possibly ever doubt God again.
I am so happy to be with you on Cloud Record Music Broadcast and YouTube channel. It gives me great pleasure to spotlight my special guest, Creative Director Devon Taylor. You will be excited by our inspiring conversation. Do not go anywhere. And now, a Cloud Record Music Spotlight. Devon Taylor, an influence model, creative director, and recording artist, born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. Devon, a well-rounded, diversified, talented young man who starts playing the drum at the young age of 7 and as a professional for over 15 years. Devon's love for the arts has led him to films, stage, and video production, getting his start as a musician and cinema photography in Philadelphia. Later, he moved to Los Angeles, where he has given the opportunity to intern at the BET Awards show in film and editing. Devon's talent opened many doors for him to work with various artists that allow him to create many wonderful videos across different music genres. Music videos like Jesus Christ is Lord with the beautiful Camilla Green for Cloud Records, and Anantino in C minor, Sibelius with cello, Christine Mello, and Tom Bonacci on piano. Devon played pop, R&B, and soul music, and you can find him playing drums with the band Charon. Now, I'm excited to have this captivated conversation with the most talented and gifted Devon Taylor, who is joining us from Los Angeles, California. Well, Devon, welcome to Cloud Record Music Podcast. I'm excited to have you here today.
It's actually great to be here, man. This is very exciting. This is very exciting.
Yes, I am thrilled. This is season 2 of Cloud Record Music Podcast, and I believe you're like our second guest today on this podcast of season 2. So it's my honor to have you.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the most talented Devon Taylor. And I love your locks.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. You know, I've been looking forward to this conversation with you because, one, I want to know so much more about you. I want our audience to learn about you. You live now in the beautiful place of Los Angeles.
Yes.
Is that they call it the City of Angels?
The City of Angels.
Oh, yes. I hope it live up to the hype.
It actually does. And LA is amazing. There's still a lot of areas that I'm trying to like navigate through, but there's a lot of great energy here. There's a lot of great opportunities here. And honestly, I'm thriving.
That's excellent. This is why I wanted to have the conversation with you, because so many people have the desire and dream like yourself, creative people who left your home and, transition to a place like Los Angeles to get this opportunity. Now, you're very creative. You've done many wonderful things. You're a musician. You're a recording artist. I mean, you're just a multi-talented young man.
Yeah.
How is it working for you then? Are you meeting the right people there?
I've honestly been taking my time to build my community. LA is definitely a place where you want to have a community. It kind of helps for your network. It kind of helps you get your name in a pool. But you want to be connected to the right people when you live here. Honestly, there's so many different types of people with so many different motives. So with me, I discern pretty hard. I mean, I'm a man of God. I discern pretty hard. So I've really been taking my time developing my community, and I've been meeting some incredible people. I am satisfied. It's just taking me longer than the usual person because it's like I'm not just getting out there and just jumping into any circles. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but the community I've built has been beautiful so far. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for LA, honestly. Yeah.
You know, I'd love to hear about how you get started. First of all, you're a musician, you're a producer, a director. You make some amazing videos. I know because you did one for Cloud Records, you know, Jesus Christ is Lord with Camilla Green and Austin Woodland. So for the people that are listening who has had vision from God and has tried to work that vision and has struggled but not give up, tell us about your journey and how you're able to go from one thing to another thing and be so successful at it.
So this is probably something I've never shared with anybody. I've been playing music for a long time. That's obvious. But I got started with film because of music. I started as a drummer first, and I don't know. I would play all these shows, and I would never get content. I would never get content on my shows. After every show I would play at, I would always ask, "Oh man, did anybody catch the footage? Did anybody get good footage?" And it'll always be like some 15-second, 20-second Android or iPhone clip or something like that. I got this part, and it wouldn't even be the good part. So honestly, I bought a camera and I just started taking my camera everywhere I went. And I never recorded my shows. but with the camera, I started filming everybody else. Like I would just pop up at jam sessions and stuff like that, random. And I would just shoot random things around the city. And I gained a passion for it heavy. And I didn't realize that I was natural at it until people started telling me, dude, this is incredible. It's not just about you shooting this or you just capturing this moment. Is about the way you shot it, the essence and stuff like that. So I just kind of started taking it a lot more serious. I don't know if I answered the question, but
so I'm surprised. So you're going to tell me that because you're so good at it, you didn't go to school to learn about film?
I did not. So my ex-girlfriend actually went to the University of the Arts for film. And when I was in college, I would come back to school, visit her. I would come back, visit her in Philly. And sometimes she would just kind of have me co-shoot her projects, hold this camera, almost like she didn't. It's not that she didn't think I was any good, but I'm just assisting her, right? But she was unaware of a talent that I was unaware of. You know what I'm saying? So she's like,
wow.
Shoot this, film this like this, and even she said okay, dude, I don't have to babysit you because you're kind of good at this. Okay, come with me to all my shoots and help me shoot my stuff. So yeah. So I would help her shoot a lot of projects. And
wow.
Yeah.
So tell me this. You started, how late in life did you, you're a young man still, but.
I honestly started shooting when I was 21. Yeah, I'm 33 now. So yeah, I started shooting.
So you have a couple of years under your belt. No wonder you're so good, and you took it very seriously.
Yeah.
And you invest a lot of money into your equipment and your time.
Yeah. Definitely.
And it must have meant for you to do, because not only you do such an excellent work, but you've met some incredible people along the way.
Oh yeah.
I was referred to you by our arranger and producer on our music, Austin Woodland, and he would have never recommend you if you weren't that good.
My guy, Austin. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, and you also do stage production?
Yes. Yeah. So I do a lot of set design for major artists, for tours, for shows, definitely from lighting to stage arranging, set design, color, and everything. Just feel. I make artists feel great on stage. That's what I do. Make them look great on stage and make them feel
and feel good. That's awesome. Yeah. And you have a great imagination because, like I said, he has worked on our video, Jesus Christ is Lord, but also you worked on a mutual friend of ours, Christine Mello, video, and she just rave about it.
Yes. I
I
think it
love
was
it.
called
It's so beautiful.
Adantino. It was a classical piece that she wrote.
Adentino, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes. And yeah, it
Yeah.
was just absolutely beautiful. When I see that, I was just so captivated. I'm like,
Man.
gosh. Also,
Man.
you know what, too? You also tell us about your experience interning with BET.
Jesus. Okay. So I flew out to LA for the first time in 2018, for an internship. You know, I wanted a big job. I wanted to be a part of this big company. I'm just like, man, you know, BET is such a name. It's such a name. Disclaimer, now I'm not a big fan of brands and names anymore these days and stuff like that. But being, you know, young and stuff, I'm just like, man, like, I
Impressionable,
want to work for
yes.
this I want to work for this company, blah, 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 blah. So I get this call from from an exec there who was a friend of a friend. And I wound up just shooting some incredible stuff. Long story short, working with some incredible artists and really making a statement that not just put me in bigger rooms, but it also just reminded me that, like, this is something that I have to do for myself. This is not something that I want to do for a bigger brand. I don't want to. I can work for a bigger brand, but I don't gain anything from it. Me, I'm not like addicted to growth, but I like growth. I like for there to be some kind of like direction after this. Like, what are we doing after this? And I don't want to connect my name to the brand anymore, but with that brand, I didn't see it going any higher than it was. So I'm just like, man, you know what? I want to take this opportunity and I just kind of want to rebrand myself, and I want to be the producer. I want to be I want to create the cinema team. This is what I want to do, but I want my name to be connected to it. So the same integrity that I'm giving to these bigger companies is the same integrity that I'm going to give
You want to do for your
smaller clients or whatever. I don't call them smaller clients, but you know,
upcoming clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, like us. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing, honestly, in every capacity, whether it's music, whether it's film. It's just like, you know what? Ultimately, I know how to mass produce a beautiful project, whether it's music, whether it's film, whether it's, you know, imaging, stage construct, whatever. It's like, I want to put the right pieces together to do it myself. Yeah.
You know what I like about
no politics.
you? No politics.
No politics.
All right. What I like about you, though, and I appreciate the fact that you said, you know, your client, whether they're small or well-known or large, is that you give them all the same quality, professionalism, excellence. I mean, so I appreciate it very, very much. You know, the work that you put in and the time and the commitment. You're such a committed person. So that's great. Now, the love of music, which, you know, you're a recording artist, you're playing band. Where did that drive came from?
Honestly, this is another story I've only told a couple people. So when I was young, I my mom would make us clean up on Saturdays, right? Saturdays, my mom would wake everybody up, all my brothers and sisters. She would wake us all up with this loud music, and she would yell upstairs, "It's time to clean up. It's time to wake up. Wake up. It's time to clean up. Come wash your face, blah, 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 blah." You know, come downstairs and clean up. And she would have the buckets ready. And I'm like, man. But my mom would always have some crazy music playing, right? Like, I mean, like good music. And that was the only thing that drove me. Cause I'm just like, I don't want to clean up on no Saturday. I want to play video games. I want to go outside. I want to ride my bike. But it's like, man, my mom played this. Oh man, my mom played this record, and she played it every Saturday. This Kimberell record. The album was called Everlasting Life. The Kimberell Everlasting Life album. And I mean, musically, Kimberell, if anybody knows Kimberell, she's on another level vocally. Like, she's like a jazz gospel artist fusion type, but she's just vocally capable of just doing anything. And I mean, when I tell you, it would bless me it's not even just the lyrics, but I mean what she did. And I'm like, man, like, my mind is blown. So between that album and Michael Jackson's Thriller album, Thriller, I call it Thriller Deluxe. My uncle gave me that. He had the CD. He gave me the deluxe CD. And man, I mean, between those two, until I burned them out, until the cassette tape got all tangled up, and I couldn't. And I couldn't play it no more.
Michael Jackson is still one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, I'm like, and until the record got scratched up and all that stuff like that. I mean, I was listening to those nonstop, and I mean, I just knew in my spirit that I wanted to do something with music, and I just didn't know. But that was probably the most influential part of the journey. Now, there was a big gap in between. And I don't know when I started. I may have started playing drums again in high school or something like that. But at this time, the Kim Burrell era, I'm like 8, 9. 8, Michael Jackson, I'm like 8, 9, so yeah, I don't know, I forget where I was, but I was so excited just talking.
But you know what's so nice though, Devon, and you're talking about the drums, because that is your instrument you play, right? The drums. Yeah, it is really he has mastered that, the drums.
I'm still working on some things.
Yes. Have you put out any recording lately?
Yes.
You've done?
So right now out in LA, I'm working with a band called Sharon. We actually have an EP out now called Analog Love, where you can go find that on
all platforms.
All the platforms. It's amazing. It's like, oh man, it's like 70s, 80s pop soul. And it's such a journey. I think before I just tease you, I would just say go listen to it if you're looking for something different. It has a bit of like that Fleetwood Mac kind of feel.
Oh wow!
Man, a little bit of country, a little bit of pop, a little bit of rock, but like that soul element it has so much substance. We worked on that not too long ago. That actually dropped last year before I went on tour. You can go check that out. But I have a lot of different records out. But I mean, I'm just kind of focused on the now and what I'm working on currently right now. So yeah, you can go. You can go check that album out though.
I wish I thought of it, because I could have you just doing a little piece of your drumming for us, so they can hear you live.
Man, maybe I don't know. Maybe I will tag a video somewhere up here. Where are we?
Well, we'll certainly have below the links to your music, so how they can follow you, your different social media.
For sure.
Of course, you can let us know about it.
For sure.
So you're in that place in your life where you feel like you want to transition, right? I know you mentioned to me something about to transition in different place. Can you kind of tell us what that's about?
So I'm kind of in a rebranding frame of mind right now. I have been doing a lot of projects for a lot of people, and I'm my own personality as well, right? Like, so I am versed in like musical theater. I can sing, I can act, all these things. And my thing is just kind of like rebranding in a way where I can kind of like spotlight myself as an artist as well. I've never wanted to be like the forefront of anything like that, but it's like I'd be a fool if I sleep on my gifts. Like I have a radio show thing, like a playlist thing that I created, and it's pretty dope. It's called Dev Ski Radio, and you can find it on like YouTube. Like I just started a new YouTube channel and stuff like that. But that's
you do. Thing. What is the name of your YouTube channel? Is it Devon Taylor, the new YouTube channel?
It's just that. It's Dev Ski Radio. Yeah, Dev Ski Radio. DEVSK. That my name. That Dev Ski Radio. Yeah. But yeah. I'm growing a concept around that. But I'm not only just creating playlists, but I'm also incorporating like a lot of like my favorite artists into the things that I do. Like now, like a lot of the people that I listen to, I'm actually friends with. So I'm just like, a live concept around something that involves whether I'm playing for them or whether it's like they're just kind of, it's something that's still growing, that's still developing. But all I know is going to be so dope. And I would really just say stick around and and wait for it, honestly.
Okay.
But there's a lot of other things like influencer stuff. Like I'm back to doing hair stuff. Maureen is pulling me out of this.
Yes.
She's pulling me out of. She's pulling me out of
Devon is
hiding.
also
She's
he's
like,
also
let
a
your hair
model.
down. Let your hair down. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know why? Because you also model. He's a model,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
And he has this gorgeous hair, this
Man.
makes you look super sexy.
Uh,
And I'm speaking to you almost like a mother because I'm old enough to be your mother, but you look
yeah,
absolutely gorgeous with it. And
man.
are you doing any modeling in Los Angeles,
So
or you?
I just got an agent. I just got a manager. I just got an agent. I am quietly. I'm working on a deal with like a suit company. I'm working. I'm so I'm I'm working towards getting another brand deal. I used to be a male model for As I Am Naturally hair product
Mm-hmm,
company, but
mm-hmm.
some political stuff happened before the pandemic, and I don't want to get into it or whatever like
I
that.
got you. I
I
got you.
still love the brand, but I would never work with the brand again. But I'm looking to do more stuff like that. So I have people reaching out to me all the time to ask me to do stuff and come here and hey, come to the. I may be a personality. Like I just popped up at the Soul Train Awards, and it's like if you
Oh
rewatch the Soul
wow.
Train Awards, you'll see me all over the place, smiling with the celebrities and all that stuff like that. I'm just a personality, so it's like I would
Mm-hmm.
rather do more of that stuff because I feel like I could be more in my element, and I don't have to try as hard. So it's like, okay, if somebody called me for a gig, and I just get dressed, and all I got to do is just show up, I'm fine with
Mm.
that. Hey, yeah, go mix and mingle with blah 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 blah, and that is an outlet that some people don't even understand that exists. They're like, but what do you do? I'm just like, well, that's what a personality is. It's like
Right.
sometimes you're the hype of the party, and it's not like you have to overexert energy. You have to be something different that you're not. Like, because a lot of
Right.
brands will do that, and these hair companies, they're like, oh yeah, let them touch your hair. Oh man, and I'm just like, heck no.
No.
I don't want to compromise. I don't want to have to
Yes.
compromise who I am for any gig and stuff like that. So honestly,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing out here in LA is everything. It's everything. It's everything, and it all meets up. It's like one day I'm playing a show, the next day I'm popping up at I'll be at the Grammys. I'll be at the Grammys this year, and it's gonna be amazing. Like I have a new suit, and they're like, "What are you doing at
Oh
the Grammys?"
wow.
The same thing I did at the Soul Train Awards. I'm just there and I'm talking to
Meeting
people.
people. That's
Yeah,
right,
I'm
because
meeting
you
people,
want to
and
get
it's
into that
just
business. Yes.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Wow. So, hopefully, when this podcast here, which will be in March, that's someone, whether in America or around the world, that look at your gorgeous self and says, "We want him to come and model for us."
I
With
would
the
love to.
right price, can they reach out to you and you can flow
For
anywhere?
sure,
And
for
Mhm.
sure. Just let my manager know, and whatever if it's overseas, I don't know. Let me know if I need security. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know.
Devin, do you have a website though that you can go on and get connected to your
Honestly,
managers?
I'm so personable that everything has been just like I'm easy to contact. If you call my
Hmm.
phone, it's easy to find my work. It's easy
Okay.
to contact me. Like I have work everywhere. Like you can find me everywhere. And Instagram, of
Okay.
course. Instagram, of course.
Okay.
But by the time this airs, my Instagram would be like a whole new a
Oh
whole new
wow.
interface.
Okay.
But
So
yeah.
what is your Instagram address? What is your social media address
My
so they can
social media,
find
you can
you?
find me
Mhm.
on Dev Ski Rocket. DEVSKEE Rocket. Like Rocket. Um
Mm.
yeah, and you'll pretty much see a little bit of everything. Maureen is pulling me back into the film. She's like, shoot film, let's work on my next project. And I'm
Yes,
like,
because he's so good.
it's crazy. It's crazy because it was just confirmation that she called me because before then I was just thinking about like not quitting film or anything like that, but like just laying back for a while. But it was like it's stuff like the products that she creates that kind of gives it all purpose. Because my thing is like I don't want to just film a project. I don't want to just film a project and then no one uses it or something like that. I want to film projects that make a statement
Yes.
something that's going to like inspire somebody, work that's going to be
Mm.
lasting. Like her music video is like blossoming.
It's beautiful.
It's moving, it's
Yes.
beautiful. It's like every time somebody like watches it, it's like they cry. And I'm like, man, okay, cool. It's not just for the tears, but it's for the it's like I want them to feel with this art, like
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the video is talking about is Jesus Christ is Lord, the official video, but with Camilla Green. You must check it out and check out all of his work. It's so outstanding. But here's my question. Because for someone like you who have done so much so young and
yeah,
continue to work hard and strive, I know you've had some challenges.
yeah.
So talk to the audience like how do you manage not to give up when it gets to be hard? And
Honest. Oh
what do you
man.
do to maintain yourself and keep the fire burning?
One of my biggest fears, and this was crazy, I just shared this with somebody the other day. One of my biggest fears has always been failure. But for me, failure is not an option. It's like it's never an option. It's just we go through these points sometimes where, especially being in bigger cities, where sometimes we find ourselves comparing ourselves to people. Man, I'm not here. Oh man, this person's living here, but I'm living here, or whatever. And honestly, I have these reaffirming like images in my head and messages I hear from God like often, and it's just like, nah, it's actually cool. You actually in the right place. Like you're where you're supposed to be. And it's like it's when these milestones happen, and it's when I pray. It's when I pray and like it happens. It happens. Lately, like towards the end of this last year, 2023, I mean, I prayed specifically for things. And like my prayers were answered specifically. So I'm just like, man, Dad,
Wow.
if I ever doubted God before, like I can't possibly ever doubt God again. But the thing is, it's like I grew up in a home where, my parents, they pushed art because my dad was an artist, my mom, she kind of, but as a profession, they never saw it as like, oh, this is something that you can do
You
professionally.
could
This
do
is
for a
something
living.
but me, I've
Yes.
always from childhood to now, I've always been like the renegade of my family, of all my brothers and sisters. It's like I'm always doing something different. And I don't know if we have to blurt this out, or if I could share this information or whatever like that. But honestly, about half of my brothers are, I'll just say, involved in other things.
Okay, I got it. We got it. You don't have to be specific. We got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it was just like, I don't know. I just decided. I just kind of made up my mind. I was just like, man, like I don't want to live like that. I love art, and this is what I want to pursue. Every time that I was told no, it made the spark grow bigger, and I'm just like, well, you know
Wow.
what? Because of that, I have to do this. And then somebody would tell me yes, and then somebody else would tell me no, and then somebody would tell me yes, and then somebody would tell me yes, and then somebody would tell me yes, and I'm just like, yes, yes. This actually makes sense. Like I'm doing this. Like I'm touching a
Yes.
lot of people. I'm inspiring a lot of people. And I mean, people would share testimonies and stories with me like that, how I inspired them. And it's like, I'm not thinking about just myself when I'm pursuing this. I'm thinking about how I can help somebody else, how my gift is going to heal somebody, how it's like, it's a lot deeper to me. So it's like failure at any of this is not an option at all. Like there's no going back. It's just like, and I declared for this year alone. I was like, you know what? It's not just I'm producing music videos. It's like this year I'm going to produce a major film, like a major film. I'm going to be a part of a major film. I am going on another tour musically this year. And it's like, some people want to know, how do you balance it all? How do you manage it all? It's like, okay, 6-month tour, 3-month tour, whatever. And then you do this, and then you do this. It's like, I don't like to stop working. I'm like, let's go.
Amen.
I'm like, what we doing? What we doing next? Let's get it. Let's get it.
I'm really even more impressed with you. And a lot of our audience going to appreciate this, because sometimes when you see someone like yourself, you're so gifted, you're so committed, you're so excellent, and you just assume that they have trained all their life for this. Everything in their life is perfect. And now you share with us, no, you have brothers that went on the other side of the road, but you decided you were not going to take that road. And look where you are today. So for all of you out there, be encouraged by this.
Please, because even with music, when I was in high school, I wasn't looked at as like a drummer or anything like that. It's like I was looked at as a visual artist because I was drawing and I was painting. And then I was singing in a choir. And then I was doing the productions, the stage plays and stuff like that. But some of my teachers, they classified me as like the Renaissance man. It was like, you do everything. And I was fine with that. I was cool with that. I was cool because I was like, well, look, if I don't operate in one, I can operate in the other. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, because I wasn't a drummer then, some people look at me now, it's just like, bro, like, how did you? And I'm just like, man, it's just a drive that I have. Like, I might be a little, I don't know. I have something going on. Like, it's something going on where I'm just like, man, if I see it and I feel it, I'm just going to do it. And it's nothing, absolutely nothing that can stop me from any vision that I have, honestly.
Wow. I just love your drive. I mean, you're encouraging me right now.
Man.
I know a lot of people are going to appreciate this. Of course, and here's the story. I love it. You know what I'm praying for you, that someone like Tyler Perry, who give opportunities to young people, that will stumble on this podcast and decide to reach out to you.
I'll just say, hopefully,
and maybe can put you to make that big film you want to make this year.
I think I hope that whoever it is, whoever their name is, I just hope it's somebody that isn't a, you know how the media is these days, and there's a lot of stories about whatever, and I don't want to connect stories to names, but whoever it is, I just pray that it's a great connect, and we can develop a strong friendship too, because it's like,
absolutely,
I consider myself, honestly, is like, I love a good mentor. I love a good mentor, but the way that my mind works, I can't put anybody here over me right now. I can't.
It's a good place to be. We never want to do that. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people like idolize these people sometimes, and it's just like, you know, and they find themselves like I'm not gonna say like begging for opportunities, but calling around. Like I don't want to have to stop anything I'm doing. Whoever it is, this is what I'm saying. I pray that they just meet me where I am, and we can just build from there. I don't want to have to do this a down slope or, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. So that's all I'm saying. That's all.
I love it. So, Devon, do you have an email address do you mind sharing where somebody wants to reach you other than your social media, or that's too personal?
For sure. My email address is Dizzy, that's DIZZY 92090 @gmail.com.
All right. So you can reach him at his email or on his social media.
Or shoot me a DM on my Instagram.
On his Instagram. And you're on TikTok as well, right?
I don't really be on TikTok. I've been trying the TikTok thing. We gonna see how this year pan out.
Okay, because that's where I saw you, flashing your gorgeous locks.
You know what? Just for you, just for that, I'm going to do more hair stuff this year. I promise. Just for you. Just because you've been so encouraging.
It's great. It's part of your beauty, and you're right. You should model. You should get paid for it. It's great. I think you should
I'm
do
excited.
it.
I'm excited. I'm gonna let you know every endeavor that happens. I'm gonna text you and be like, look what I'm doing. Oh man, they just featured. There's actually a really big African festival that's happening in Philly called Odunde that I used to do like influencer stuff for. And the thing is, it started by me just going, right? I was just going to the festival, and I would always get stopped by like photographers and stuff. Hey man, can I take your picture? And then they'll post it, and it'll wind up on like some famous lock page or something like that. And then it's like, oh, I'm in a magazine. Oh, then they're using this picture for this. They're using this picture for that. But it was crazy because I haven't done that in a few years, and I just saw that festival used my picture to promote their next event.
Oh wow! Well, then you have the look.
Yeah, it was me.
You have the look. Yes.
It was me and an old friend of mine. On the cover, it's called Odunde. So you'll see it if they're promoting it. Like you'll see. I don't know if I'll be at the maybe I'll try to go to the festival this year. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to go.
Well, Devon, it's just such a thrill to have you. One more time, tell them about your music, the name of your recording, where they can, the name of it. Again, I know it's available on all music platform. Can you?
So the band that I play with now out here in LA, one of the bands, my main project is Sharon. That's Cherone. And the project is called Analog Love. It's an amazing project. Go check it out. The whole album is live, and it's a journey. It's a journey from top to bottom, and it's only a 6-song EP. It's only a 6-song EP, but it's such a journey. And I promise you, if you are inspired, if you are inspired by it, send me a message, shoot me a message, and say something. Tell me something, and yeah, we could talk. Definitely. I would love for y'all to go listen to that for sure.
Amen. And of course, I'm going to encourage everyone to go and download this song and listen to it, and of course, give him some feedback.
Yeah,
man, Devon, I tell you, I just enjoyed. I learned so much about you in this little short time we're together.
I got put on the spot.
I'm sure our guests just love you, and they've learned a lot from you. And we're going to look for you because we expect a lot of great things from you in the future.
I appreciate
and of course,
you so
I am going to pull you out because I do want you to work on our next video.
Come on.
I will.
When I tell you, I'm putting everything into it. Like it's crazy. It's going crazy. I mean, last time was good, but this time
it's going to be better. Well,
it's just a different, it's a different energy, man, that I'm approaching with everything. So I'm excited to work with you. I'm excited about this new year, and I appreciate you so much for having me on this platform. And and also congratulations on your progress.
Thank you.
Like, I mean, congratulations. This is amazing to watch the growth of all this.
I know. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. Thank you.
I know. But
I thank the audience who actually take the time to watch us and subscribe to us and like us. I love you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yes.
So much.
Well, my friend, we hope good things for you, and I certainly want this video to reach the right place to give you another open door of connection. So we just believe in good things for you this year. And again, thank you so much for spending this time with us on Cloud Record Music Podcast. And for the rest of you that are listening, remember to subscribe, like us. It's essential that you like us, right, and share us. And for those, don't forget, all of the information about Devon is below, and subscribe to his your YouTube channel as well, and download his music, available on all music platforms. Devon, thank you so much for spending this time with me.
Thank you.
I just love your look. I could just look at that hair all day long. But to go.
I'm in here sweating now. It's getting hot. I'm like, man.
Oh, good. Have a wonderful year, but we'll be talking soon.
Happy New Year.
Be blessed, Devon. You look wonderful.
See you later.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.